Hi everyone. We are now looking at compound interest formula. Remember in our previous classes, we have done compound interest using the successive method. We now want to look into a formula which is not tiresome to make our work easier. And the formula is very simple, as you can see. We have, if you want to get amount, it will be equal to P into brackets 1 plus R over 100 raised to power n. From those particular variables, A represents the amount, P represents the principal, of course 1 is a constant, R is the rate, of course this is 100, N is the time period, N is the time period, our N is the time period, our N is the time period. So we want to get into an example and see what happens. We take our first example, and it reads, find the amount at the end of the 4th year if 30,000 shillings was deposited at 15% per annum compound interest. Remember, you must distinguish between simple interest and the compound interest. We have said we shall apply the formula. So the first thing you need to write is the formula. Or even before you write the formula, you need to extract the information that you have from the question. So we can write the solution. Remember, we have been told the amount at the end of the 4th year. So it means our A is equals to 30,000. Our A is equals to 30,000 shillings. That is our amount. We have also been given the rate. Our R is equals to 15% per annum. And we have been told time, our time, which is represented by N. Is 4 years. We have been told 4 years. So we can now be able to write the formula and fix in the value. You write the formula, amount is equal to principal. Remember, the question requires us to find the amount at the end. If this one, so we have made a mistake here. This is our principal. 30,000 shillings is the principal P. Is equals to, so the formula becomes A is equal to P 1 plus R all over 100 raised to N. We can now be able to factor in. We substitute. This one becomes 30,000 into 1 plus, the rate is 15 divided by 100 raised to power 4. If you simplify this, you will get 30,000 into, remember 15 divided by 100 is the same as 1 plus 0.15 raised to power 4. This will be the same as 30,000 into 1.15 power 4. So this becomes, if you use your calculator, you punch in this value 1.14, then you raise to 1.15 raised to power 4, and then you multiply by this, you will get 52,470 as the money. This is the amount of money. That is the amount of money that you are expected to get at the end. That is the money you are expected to get at the end of 4 years. We are now moving to the next question. The next question reads, what would 15,000 amount to after 3 years at 16% compounded quarterly? Compounded quarterly. Remember what we have been given there. We can extract that information, the solution. What have we been given on this side? What we have been given there is the principal is equal to 15,000. The principal is 15,000. We have also been given some other things that I want us to agree on. Remember, the rate is per annum, but we want to compound it quarterly. Quarterly, what does the word quarterly means? In a year, you will going to take this interest 4 times a quarter. So we shall take it 4 times, meaning the rate we have been given here is for the whole year. If we are going to take interest 4 times in a year, because we have 4 quarters in a year, then we are going to divide this rate by 4. We shall divide that rate by 4, meaning rate will be equal to 16 divided by 4. Because we're going to take it quarterly, we divide by 4. So if you divide by 4, you will get 4%. You will get 4%. The next thing, because in 1 year, we will take 4 times. We will take interest for 4 times. So what about 3 years? If 1 year we do it 4 times, what about in 3 years? How many times would we have done it? If in 1 year we take it 4 times, in a span of 3 years, how many times would we have taken it? So that one necessitates us to take our n will be equal to, remember in 1 year we take it 4 times, for 3 years we shall take it 12. So our time, our n becomes 12. Our n becomes 12, like I said. In 1 year we take it 4 times, for 3 years of course we multiply by 3. That gives us 12. After you are done with that, we will now be able to write the formula. We will take the formula as usual. We know the formula is amount is equal to principal into 1 plus r all over 100 raised to power n. Remember, we have determined all those parameters. We have determined all these parameters. So our principal is 15,000 into 1 plus the rate. What is the rate? The rate is 4% all over 100 raised to power 12. Remember, we shall take the same process. We shall take the same process. This is 15,000 into 1 plus 0.04 raised to power 12. This will be the same as 15,000 into 1.04 raised to power 12. Raised to power 12. Using your calculators, you will be able to get this is what you will get. Your answer will become 24,015.5. So that is the amount of money that you will be able to get at the end of those 3 years if you compound it quarterly. If you compound it quarterly. So that is the